And I'm always
This shot has friggin' black-pilled me on this entire bloody trailer!
Apply that principle to everything else that's made.
Welcome back to The Watch. This one is a little hard for me because Willow has such a soft spot in my heart. I love that film so much. I watched it as a youngling kid back in the day. It just enamored me. The adventure, the action, the spectacle. It was
Val Kilmer.
Just incredible. I had this, Val Kilmer was actually a great roguish, who ends up being a hero in it. And when the build up to, I'm the best swordsman in the world when he gets the sword, and some of his moves still hold up. Like it's still a bit, over the top, I think. But
Still,
he swings it around and it's like, and this was like one of those properties that helped cement my love for the fantasy genre. Like, I wasn't big reading back in the day, but I got into reading through reading fantasy. Dragonlance was the first book I read, and I eventually went on to like Hobbit, Lord of the Rings. Loved all that. But my love for that genre was birthed by movies like this, and sci-fi fantasy, of course. Star Wars had a big impact as well, and the medieval period, like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner. I love that movie so much. I'll cut your heart out with a spoon. But when it comes to fantasy, the fantastical elements and everything like that, Willow, I is one of the primary ones. So I have much love and affection for this property.
I have never seen it.
You need to. I would watch it with you.
That is a crime.
It is honestly.
Trouble.
Yeah.
No, sometime tonight, maybe, I don't know. Well, I'll watch it with you and the kids. I've watched it with the kids already, but they were a bit too young. I think they'll enjoy it even more now. And the soundtrack in this is one of the greatest.
They're going to ruin it.
No!
Absolutely they will.
No!
All the signs are there.
I don't want them to.
You heard a low rumble creep over the ocean. The water's receding.
No.
The birds are flying away. The signs are here for a...
Why did it have to happen now?
Just have a good time and enjoy the story.
No.
I hope you're right, but there's a problem, Claudia. The trailer, they went out of their way to inject certain progressive things, which gives an indication as to what their mindset and priorities are.
They've got a lesbianic relationship.
You see two women standing very, very close in that trailer. They're just about...
I'm fine with
that. We'll pause it. We'll show you.
I'm fine with that. I love lesbians. I love lesbians. If they're both hot.
You say that a lot, Oz.
It's always true.
This is the thing. I don't actually care if it has a lesbian relation or not, but the fact that they think this is so important to sell it in the trailer, that means they think progressive things, just for the sake of being progressive, whatever, make a thing better.
No.
They did have a shot of, at the end, the last shots were people facing each other. So maybe it'll be a focus on romantic relationships in general.
I hope you're right, Claudia, and that's wonderful, naive hope. I've been there.
Well, you're one to talk, Shad.
I've been there. I said I just been there.
Yeah, you're one to talk.
I've been there. Yes, you're correct, Shad, is basically what you're saying.
Yes, you're correct, Shad. But then again, you weren't before. I'm the only one who's been consistently right. It will get worse and worse until the world ends and God judges us all.
I actually disagree with that, though. There's still
there's still good things to happen.
There's still good things being made. There's Allies. Reacher was a recent one that I watched that was actually surprisingly
Start
good.
the clock.
I hope.
That's what they do.
Maybe not as
Reel you in.
purely as Claudia, but I hope. But
it's the gingerbread house.
I'm worried so much because this one will hurt me.
Yep.
I love Willow so much. So they're making, obviously, they're making a TV series, Willow TV series. Willow has been waiting for a sequel for a very long time.
Can't use Val Kilmer.
Out of any property that was set up for a pretty epic story, Willow is, because the context of the first film is the chosen one. But it's not Willow. He is there to protect the chosen one. It's a great, it's a classic concept executed in a great way.
The chosen one's story hasn't even started.
Even started. And so there is a novel series based after Willow that I haven't read, but I've been told about.
How have I not heard of this?
Yeah, it's a novel series. And I had someone tell me about it, and it sounded remarkable. And I can't believe I haven't read it yet. But like some of the world building was really good, that there are like, a lot of the fantasy creatures are called fairies, and there are greater fairies, lesser fairies, and different type of fairy.
Brownies.
Yeah, so brownies are a type of fairy.
Might not be very progressive of them to keep that in there.
Well, we saw brownies in it.
That could be missing.
Yeah. Willow high-fived a brownie.
Oh, the tiny little people.
Tiny little
people.
Do they taste like brownies?
Brownies don't have wings.
Okay, but do they taste like brownies?
I got the baby!
If they taste like chocolate, but they're crunchy.
I know you! I stole that baby when you were taking a pee-pee! I love Willow so much, they're gonna ruin it.
Yep. Look at what they've just done with the excellent, critically acclaimed show, Obi-Wan.
What are you? He stole our back route. Don't worry, I'll get it more.
You can't give a baby back route!
The last thing... What do you want? Just put hair on her chest. The last thing she will want is hair on her chest. That's actually not progressive nowadays. I know. I love Willow so much. So... if they ruin this is one that's going to hurt. This will ruin that.
They will destroy everything you love, Shad. I'm sorry. It's in their nature.
No.
As we mentioned, there's Willow was actually made to have a sequel, and they're probably just going to ignore this book series that I've heard report is wonderful. And there's got some big epic things because it's all about Elora Danan, the sequel. It should be. I don't know is Elora Danan? I couldn't identify who Elora Danan was in the trailer.
Well, she'd be what, 20?
She should. Well, that's if we do go chronologically from when the original.
Well,
they can
looks older.
Yeah, I know, because they had what's her name now? I can't remember. But they had the female who becomes the main
princess.
Yes.
Well, she's there
Sorcerer's daughter.
Is that
Sorsha!
Is that the actress?
A gorgeous lady.
Yeah. I love you, Sorsha. I don't love Sorsha. She kicked me in the face.
Is that the lady from the first?
I'm pretty sure.
Yes, it is.
Pretty sure that is the exact same actress. She actually ended up marrying Val Kilmer after the film. It's funny. There was an interview of Val Kilmer on the making of the thing, and he actually didn't get along well with her in the filming. He's like, she's really bossy, but then they ended up marrying. But probably got a divorce after that. There's another scene where she looks more like her, because that angle is a bit harder to see. But we'll go through. I think we need to go through the trailer scene by scene just to share some thoughts on it. The first half of the trailer seemed all right, honestly. What was your impression without knowing anything?
Just standard fantasy, nothing special.
That's the thing. That's when it started to go, because you'd think, okay, we could build up this now show us some interesting indications of what's happening. They didn't. It was just random fantasy schlock with a voiceover from Willow trying to capitalize on nostalgia.
She's a princess?
She would have been
like
queen
then.
Now.
Why is her chair the same as everyone else's?
Equality?
No.
But she's a queen, that Claudia.
Maybe they just had... No, they're having a casual dinner.
Val Kilmer probably, they could have brought him back. And I understand that you could justify...
No, you can't.
He wouldn't be in shape, but, maybe...
He's pretty bloody far from shape.
He's better.
He appears now and then.
He's more blob than man.
No, come off that.
He's still Val Kilmer.
Google Val Kilmer 2022.
Let's do it. Let's see what Val is up to right now. Yeah, he's aged. He's aged a bit.
He's not. He
Looks like Caitlyn Jenner.
Can't give him a break.
He's also white.
Because didn't he appear in Top Gun or just a cameo?
Don't know.
If that's the case, you could cast someone new in the role, as the older guy. They could have done it.
Poor guy.
Older Matt Morgan.
Val Kilmer.
But now they're going to have an excuse to. He was one of the primary heroes of the film, right? Of course, Willow was the main character, but Matt Morgan was the action hero of the film, and something going to be missing without just a presence of that character there. They're probably just going to say he died. I hope they don't do the whole thing where he left me and abandoned the kingdom and became this jerk person, because they have a trip. If they do, I'll be so angry. But he was a rogue like Han Solo, and they might just do, he went back to his rogue ways like they did with Han Solo, because they can't have a great hero male character remain noble and good.
Shad, why can you say things like this? It might be good.
Because of past track record, Oz.
Wait, you're actually judging, but I thought it could be good. It might be good.
It might still be good.
No, it won't. You were right the first time, Shad. It's going to suck.
I'm so worried about it. I want it to be good because I love this property. I love this thing. But Disney has a track record of throwing away pre-established... Like, there's a book series that I've heard reported is really good. They probably get they don't care. They're going to throw that around. Instead, they need to make sure they have their whole cast of characters that must reflect our world. Remember what they said in Lord of the Rings? Lord of the Rings needs to reflect our world properly.
Not even our world. It needs to reflect the world they want.
Yeah.
World ideal.
And so the warning sign, the cast seems to be out of their way depicted as clearly progressive. Look how progressive our cast is. Instead of depicting just an awesome possible show.
Well, they do that for business reasons.
What was your thoughts on that, Claudia? You had
No, I've seen the diversity in the trailer. The diversity. It's not bothering me as much.
It doesn't. It doesn't bother me as much as...
It's not... I just don't... I just want the trailer. I just want the show to be good.
Me too.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
Look, it doesn't bother me as much as, say, Eternals, because Eternals, they were literally, their way to sell the film was like, it's the most diverse film, like, it's so diverse, it's so diverse. Not that the film is good or its story or anything, it's diverse. There's not that aspect to it, but there are warning signs in the trailer that they're trying to...
I've noticed that we've got our classic, we've got Willow and Saoirse.
But then we have a brand new cast.
But a brand new young cast.
Yeah, they're all very young.
Yes.
All very new.
And
Willow's there.
The Willow movie, though, wasn't for young people. It was
It was
like
for everyone.
Family.
Yeah, it was for everyone.
But this is looking a little bit more like a YA kind of cast.
See, they're probably going to sideline Willow in this. Look, the guy's getting old,
What's
granted.
his name again? The actor. Forget his name.
So he's a famous, like, he's in Harry Potter, he's in heaps of, like, roles where it requires a shorter individual.
His name is on the tip of my tongue.
He actually did he did a comedy series with Ricky Gervais called Life's Short.
Life's Short, yeah.
And I've seen some of the clips
Johnny
from
Depp
it.
was in that.
It's bloody hilarious, man.
Yeah.
Like,
You got the Liam Neeson part. That was fun.
yeah, it's like, I have flu bodies.
Well, how about we play a character where you don't have AIDS and then he works it back into AIDS?
It's so good. Ricky Gervais, man, it's a gem. Yeah. So let's just go through the trailer briefly. Like,
there is a story.
So, see that music? That is manipulative.
Yeah.
And you haven't earned it yet. Look, I would be fine with you giving me nostalgia.
Trailers are manipulative, though.
Yeah.
Trailer. That's the point of a trailer, to manipulate you.
I watch a bloody ad.
I don't want to be aware of it.
I watch an ad for an iPhone. I want to call my dad and tell him I'm sorry. Like, it's ridiculous how much they just jerk the tears out of you.
Have you seen that McDonald's ad where it's like, your dad used to love, the...
No.
So
my dad doesn't. He had 5 heart attacks.
It's his mother and son walking, and they go to, and there's like this emotional thing, and that his dad passed away and everything, and something, and then they get to McDonald's and he orders a fillet of fish. He's like, your dad loved the fillet of fish too.
Maybe that's why he's dead.
Yeah, I know.
That's a fast food ad.
Look, I get it. To me, Disney I'm so angry with Disney with the crap that they pull. They don't deserve
Just pretend
this
it's not
tune.
Disney.
Hey, look, it's China.
But this is the thing, if this show does not give respect to the original movie, they don't deserve this tune. This tune is special to me.
Isn't it funny, though, right?
Mm.
What's that look like that we were doing similar today?
Yeah, I know. Isn't it like... I have a video coming out or might be out or will come out on Shadiversity on the Forgotten Castle City. City of Castles. And when you first see it, you think, am I looking at something fantasy? It's like there's something similar to what we're looking at here. So a giant ruin of some kind.
Oh, might just be literally just China.
A child destined to be an empress.
It's not really a story anymore, though.
What do you mean?
It's a prophecy that was fulfilled.
Oh.
A child was born destined to be an empress.
Well, one prophecy deserves another.
Well, she's not an empress yet.
Which is, well, the fact that
She looked like
that she has the birthmark, and there was a lot of magic revolved around her. Almost divine, like fairy being appears to Willow, saying, "Yeah, this is the chosen one."
We can still see her becoming the chosen one. Actualizing.
And is this Saoirse speaking?
What?
Let me go back.
Of a child destined to be an empress.
That's Saoirse. That is Saoirse. She has the
rasp.
Yes, she has a bit of that rasp. Mother, like in the original movie.
Mother.
Sorry, I like. Her arc is hilarious. You gotta watch Willow, man. It's great.
I will.
It's like she fully becomes a good person because she gets seduced by Mad Mortigan. It's great, but hey, if you're that attracted to him, but it's like she never experienced true affection before, and so I think that was the thing that happened.
That's one way to defeat her.
And the unlikely hero who would protect her.
All right, so in the book series, right, Willow does become a pretty powerful sorcerer, and so that seems like they're doing it here.
That's his destiny.
And I like. Okay,
He's
that's
wearing
good.
my get up, kind of.
Yeah, he always is.
I kind of like him now.
All right, so there's the city that they defend. They tried to go to for refuge. I'm trying to remember the name now. There's some great names in this, like Mad Mortigan, Saoirse.
The one with the dragon?
Yeah.
Willow.
It's not really a dragon, technically.
Hydra.
It's like a dragon Hydra thingy.
He made it that way, didn't he?
Why am I thinking of Care Paravel? That's...
When I watched it when I was little, I thought Val Kilmer in the golden suit was a completely different person.
Oh, really?
When I was little, I didn't make the connection. I was like, where'd this guy come from? And he just disappeared.
See, when he sees the suit, I was like, he's gonna wear the suit. And when he comes out the suit, I was like...
I think maybe I was like 3 when I watched it.
See, to me, it was like he leveled up. He's like, yeah, he's got that super armor and everything.
Where's my super suit?
Oh, so good.
Tirazine?
Tirazine?
I don't know.
Tirazine?
Tirazine
Sounds
might
like
be the
a
name of
dessert.
the city.
There is a balance between all things. Light and shadow.
So, yeah, just random fantasy
It's not
stuff.
really very Willow.
Yeah.
It has good and evil, but not like...
balance. I don't know, yes, like, you would
wasn't
expect him to be
focused, it
more
was-
wise and knowing. See, to me...
Snakes.
Fantasy locked door. Like, this doesn't really give me Willow vibes, but obviously you'd want to expand the world.
Yeah.
But like if they're just going
Light
to throw
and shadow.
generic fantasy weird things.
I like that actress.
Which one?
The middle one.
Why?
Sorry, she's forever tainted for her role in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Why-
I'm pretty
why do you
sure
like
that's her.
She acted it really well.
In what?
In the
Where
Winter
she-
Soldier.
You liked her from that?
Where she played Antifa.
I've seen her in other
Maybe I
things.
despise her character. I guess she acted
I've
it
seen her in
well.
other things.
But I just couldn't stand that they were making this horrible, literal terrorist sympathetic. And she might even have a point.
She had a point, Senator.
I was like,
do better.
Just this vile murderer.
Like murdering people. She murdered an entire hostel full of
She
people.
does the role well.
Oh man,
I don't like any of them, I've just realised.
Why is that?
Because Claudia likes one of them, and I don't like that guy, so I'm just going to assume they're all bad.
Why? Is it his
Well, you
nose
see,
or moustache?
in
Look,
society,
I instantly...
definitely not as nice.
Look, I instantly have
Spider-Man?
less sympathy
Yes.
for people with moustaches. That's granted. That's obvious.
You have one.
It's a beard. This is a full thing.
Yeah,
Just
but
if it's just by itself, it's like then you'd be justified in hating me.
Well, he's got a goatee, not a beard.
I couldn't see it. It was blending into the
Plays a
background.
You just
Smug
think that his chin is
character in
non-existent.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, he just doesn't have a chin.
I just don't like the actor that much, and I was joking about hating all of them.
What? I haven't seen him. Have you seen him in anything else?
He's Flash
Spider-Man.
Thompson in New Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh, he is!
You didn't notice?
In Woke Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't see those things.
He's the jock.
He's-
Flash.
Yeah.
Flash, he's the jock.
Yeah,
Isn't he?
He's not a
the,
jock
the,
in
the
Spider-Man,
moustache
they
was like a
changed that.
mask. All I could see was the moustache, and I hated him for it.
It works.
You pick one characteristic of a person to hate. I pick so many.
If it's a moustache, yes.
Anyway,
I look.
like her.
In truth, obviously, I'm joking. If you have a moustache, we still love you. You just need a new. What?
Anyway, I like her. That was what I was
Okay.
trying to say.
Okay.
How dare you? You're not allowed to have opinions that are contrary to.
I'm worried the visual aesthetic is already a bit different to classic Willow. Like that, this outfit on the right, this kind of swashbuckling outfit, that feels out of place with the aesthetic style that they had with Willow. And because this is such a long time, you would want to be very strong about keeping certain aesthetic cues similar.
Yeah, but Shad, the woke thing of having no discernible what's the word I'm looking for? Ethnic group for any particular place, apart from a place that's based after Asia or Africa or something like that, follows through with the architecture and the weapons and the clothing.
They all just wearing different stuff.
That's
I
my
don't
point.
think that is necessarily woke. I think it's just maybe the creators trying to modernize
Modernize in what way?
the visuals.
But no, my point is that like clothes have a culture to them.
Yes.
You know, architecture has a culture to it depending on where it's from. But because it's the modern woke stuff, they won't have that because they don't have it for the people. Didn't have it for Willow time.
Interestingly, you actually might have a point. Because this thing, Willow was a classic medieval European-based fantasy. Okay,
Yes.
and so the clothing and the outfits reflected that. In here, we're only seeing the outfit on this, like it's a bit more of a Renaissance swashbuckling look, which is already out of place with period. But then we have one that's look like robes and one that looks like Middle Eastern, and there is a different cultural aesthetic to the original film with the outfits here. Maybe it's exception, we don't know.
Now,
but
Maybe,
here's
yeah,
the
I
thing
see
though.
what you're saying.
If each of these characters come from their own distinct place and are all born into this, and that place has its own culture, fine.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. But what I hate is when it's all mixed together that makes no sense, where there's no what's the word I'm looking for? Convention that's followed with the culture.
I agree.
I hate that.
And in terms of modernizing, right, you actually might have a point, but I think that's also a sign of a very modern progressive mentality, because it's what they said with the Rings of Power, where they felt like it had to reflect our world so people could identify, and not realizing it's a whole really racist thing to think that people can't identify with other people of different, appearance to them. And so they had to modernize it. And if their intention is to modernize Willow, because they think that the people just can't appreciate or enjoy it if it has like a different world.
They probably think they're improving it too.
Yeah, they just keep improving things and they keep getting worse.
Good. And
They think more is
Okay.
improving.
That should be Laura Dannon.
Oh,
I remember her being a very fair baby and
Yeah,
looking
little
like I
redhead
had.
baby.
Was it redhead or it was very
It was
bright red or blonde?
like strawberry blonde,
So okay, like
curly.
look, the main character in this show should actually be Laura Dannon. Willow should have a very prominent role in it. I guess we'll see. We'll see.
Are they trying to keep her from us until the big trailer?
I don't know.
evil.
So random evil person.
Could that be the sorcerer coming back?
I don't know. It
She's
looks
in rags. That's how the other
Yeah.
one ended.
maybe, but that looks like a guy just from the back of him. The shoulders. I don't know.
If you play this back to back with a Wheel of Time trailer or either season 1 or season 2 of The Witcher trailer, it all looks the same.
It's very generic in terms of just random fantasy stuff.
Not only the
She's
trailers.
wearing
the same.
rags.
Oh yeah, he's wearing the rags, maybe. And
They're
that
not showing us her
alright.
face or his face.
again, I think that's Laura Dannon shot there. She's on
Log.
a log, caught on a stream
on
in
for
danger.
some
Is Willow
reason.
going to save her? I hope they don't have it.
How's Willow
Usually,
gonna save her?
characters get into situations like this in modern media because of being profoundly stupid and because they don't know how to write something that's consistent that gets them into a difficult situation. So, oh my God, there are some big dangers with, like, Laura Dannon has all the things that they would love. It's a female character. She's a chosen one and everything has the setup. But that means I'm so worried that they're going to have to make we can't give her weaknesses. We can't have her saved by, a good hero and stuff like that. She has to be Mary Sue all the way. Oh boy, that's a big warning. Because
No.
it has the build up and they don't know how to write strong female characters. They think they have to be perfect and unbeatable and all that stuff.
Look at Saoirse.
Saoirse was great.
She was awesome.
But that was written when her things were still good. We're in the modern day, Claudia.
Claudia, I'm sorry, but we live in a society and it's current year, okay? Two things you got to remember working here.
Oh.
But I
They-
like
they have
little
such-
things.
They have such potential to make Laura Dan into a great character if they knew how to write her. Like
Yeah.
this is where it's not a woke choice to make the destined hero a female. It's set up. She's the destined one already, and so they have that to work. They just write her good. Give us an Alita Battle Angel character, like someone like actually. But the thing is, though, she is in danger. So who's going to save her? Will she save herself? Maybe this could be a sign.
Is she
If
in
it-
danger, or is it just like an earthquake? And
I
she's
don't
holding
know.
on for
Let's
a bit?
go back.
Good
It's very short.
and evil.
Looks like
Seems
an
like-
earth. Looks like she's
Yeah.
hanging over.
Oh,
a
is she
cliff.
hanging over the? Yeah.
I don't
That should
know.
help.
Oh yeah, it's on a cliff.
It's a log bridge.
Log
as
hang-
the earth shakes and she holds on, but then she'll just get up and walk across.
Hmm.
Oh, that looked
Hey, it
like.
looks like Elden
Was
Ring.
that the
She-
same girl?
Yeah, that's the same girl. She's holding onto the same thing.
No,
She-
as the other.
I'm pretty sure that
Closer.
it looked the same. I
Different
don't.
light.
I think they look the same. Is she looking for help or I don't know? We'll see.
Looks like Elden Ring.
Yeah, this looks very
This is an
dwarven
tree.
Minds of Moria almost.
She's going to the Erd Tree to fight Radagan.
So who's this guy? Here's the Mad Mortigan replacement. He's going to be the suave, swashbuckling hero. Let's see if he'll actually be a hero and they won't undermine any wins that he get. Like in Wheel of Time, they just made the male characters like bumbling idiots. That
Yeah, I
needed
think
it.
they're going to do the same here.
I hope not.
Nah.
I'm with you. Give us a great hero,
It's Disney Plus.
swashbuckling swordsman.
It's Disney Plus. What they do to Obi-Wan
God.
Shad?
All right, so he got some sword fighting. Is that him? Who is he fighting? Oh,
I think.
Okay, so-
who is she fighting?
yeah, you're right. That's not him. See the person with the red sleeves? That's like this evil assassin person, and they are fighting some other
Like
person.
Sorcerer's Mask.
Oh my goodness! Look at the overswinging here. Look at that telegraphing. Oh, this does not give me much hope for the. They don't. Those blades didn't even look like they connected. They just swing past.
Maybe they're just practicing together, having a good time.
You have an awesome setting for some just absolute. You could have a show be beloved if it just had awesome fight scenes in a cool fantasy setting, and even the characters were there, story was there. If it just had cool fight scenes, Jackie Chan built his career on just cool fight scenes and bad acting and
Yeah,
bad story.
But he had talent.
Yes, but that shows even if you do one thing great, you can have a success. And if you had awesome sword fights, that it looks like generic Hollywood sword fighting schlock here. Look at this. Look at the starting positions. Can't. Blah.
No shit.
Blah.
Once you fully accept that it's just going to be worse forever, you don't feel pain at these things.
No,
You
no, no.
feel
I
joy.
want to feel the pain and then vent my rage on the people who did it
Maybe.
Wait,
it'll
what?
be
How?
good.
by screaming and ranting and making videos
It'll be
criticizing.
good. It'll be good.
It never is, Claudia.
It'll be good.
You sound a little in denial, though.
It'll-
It might be
it'll be
good.
good.
It might be good.
It'll be good.
Hang on, I need to see what type of sword that was. That looked like a single-edged sword.
Looks like a rapier.
Oh yeah, it's got a curve at the front.
Oh, it looks like a saber.
It looks like a bit of a saber, yeah, a saber with a swept hilt. That is, they didn't have. Actually, they kind of. They had. You know, they had a gauntlet sword in the original Willow
I
movie?
remember.
Yeah, they actually have a gauntlet sword.
Years ago.
But there was more long swords and stuff. But the Sorsha had a really cool curved kind of blade with a serration on the back.
Serrated blade.
Mm.
Yeah.
And again, again, the sword is part of the culture too. What swords are they going to have? It'll just be all a massive mix of random crap.
It'd be great if there was consistency in distinct cultures. Running through maze and monster chasing.
We've seen that set used in The Witcher. It looked identical.
You reckon? It's
no, we actually have
wholly
Witcher
different,
season two.
wholly different production company.
I know,
Once-
but Witcher season 2.
Historical place.
Yeah,
they've
it's a
gone
historical
to.
place.
No, that's not.
No, yeah.
The stones
Oh,
aren't
maybe.
properly weathered to be historical. That's a set. It's a built
Well,
set.
it looks identical to what we saw in The Witcher
A
season 2.
built set that people can use.
Maybe, but it looks identical to what we saw in The Witcher 2. Did you watch season 2 of The Witcher?
Only the first 2 episodes.
When that
Looks like that.
Interesting.
balance
Portal doorway into the fairy world.
Or out of an enclosed area. Maybe it's a protection barrier.
Is that how they look in the movie? They look like that? With the
That
two hands?
Kind
one-
of reminds me of Wheel of Time.
It goes
Yeah.
a bit. The thing is, there are many elements of this world that aren't explored. The movie doesn't go into crazy world building about the magic, and that's actually to its credit because the magic was used by the antagonist. It was mysterious. You didn't know what it was doing. Yeah, though there's actually some grounded elements. For instance, Willow gets given acorns that if you throw at it, it will turn something to stone. And there's rules, parameters, uses like that. And the way that ultimately how it was used in the end actually kind of makes sense as well for the evil sorceress lady. Yeah. And so that's actually, there is some grounded elements to the magic. Hopefully they'll remember that.
Is upset.
So, some foresty people.
Ewoks. It's the Ewoks. Oh, wait. No, they're not Ewoks.
An army ambushing.
Oh, look at that armor, Shad. Look at that.
They happen to
armor.
all be hiding underneath.
Is that studded leather?
Looks like riveted. Looks like.
But the thing is, look, studded leather would not have been out of place in the original film for its own setting. So
Looks like metal, though.
Metal plates, maybe. If it's metal plates, I can give it a pass. What is that sword? It's like a weird katana mix thing.
No, I think the hilt is just. Oh wait, what is that? What the hell?
Does he have one sword in front and a longer sword behind, and we're seeing his
Maybe.
second hilt? Maybe.
Like her top.
But the outfits don't really reflect the aesthetic of the original film.
No,
I'm not
not
really.
really.
Look how long that sword is.
Like,
compared
it's
to
funny,
that.
the studded leather or that kind of is a bit more original film style.
Look at the length of the sword compared to the handle.
No, that's fine.
Really?
You'd be surprised at how long Viking style swords could reach, and that's in a bit of a Viking style with their curved kind of cross.
Okay.
Yeah, arming swords get exceptionally long. That axe looks laughably fake.
Looks like it's made of stone.
It looks like
blunt.
saying on plastic, and you can see how blunt it is. It's like in a close-up shot like that, you shouldn't have such a obviously blunt sword. Like in action fights, or just moving fast, yeah, blunt swords. You need to
Maybe
get away
it's
with
made out
foam.
of stone.
That is laughably fake.
Maybe they don't
Wow.
have the means to sharpen it.
No. If this has any decent budget, you could easily have just switched in close-up shot with something that's a bit more realistic.
Maybe it's not really a soldier, but one of the soldiers' kids, and that's one of his toys.
Oh,
and he's
my
just
goodness.
playing along because he wants to be friends with the soldiers.
Oh, that was Sorcerer's Sword. See the serration. Nostalgia berries. You remember stuffs, don't you?
Remember berries?
I do remember. I just like you think you're winning with this nostalgia bait. It
Yes.
just makes me more critical. If you betray me by putting this nostalgia in front,
I'm being triggered, Shad.
why are you being triggered?
She's just like, it's going to be good. It's going to be great. Like, stop. It's all going to be bad.
Yeah,
She's pulling out the sword.
She's
Something's
got the
happening. She
sword.
needs to get the sword out.
she's got the sword.
That's correct.
That's
got
his
his
wand.
wand.
But it wasn't really his wand.
No, but
He
he's
gives the
taken
wand
over.
to what's her name? The great
It's her wand.
Ar-
and
Kara's
he gives
Liga.
it back to her.
I have a Lindra's wand.
I don't understand any of this.
This is from the.
Is that character Mexican? Like,
Doesn't she give it to him at the end?
I can't remember now.
I think she.
I
gives
need to
it
rewatch it.
him.
I'm totally
She
rewatching
says
this.
it's something along like it's yours now.
I can't
Surely.
remember her name though, but
Madam something. I don't know.
but maybe is he running into her again? Oh, but he's got magic of his own.
See, it's a little puppet.
Look, it's a good.
not CGI.
It's a cool puppet.
I appreciate that.
It's a cool
Yes.
puppet. Okay. Yes.
I appreciate when they use puppets instead of CGI.
Is that more moustache and less goatee? It's hard for me to tell.
It's just stubble
It's
all
facial
across.
hair.
They look like his bloody eyebrows.
Imagine like a crossover between Willow and the Princess Bride.
No, Shad.
Not made by Disney.
Well, unfortunately, you're gonna have to pick
They
one.
could almost
Shad.
go in the same world because there's
Neither.
far more
I
magic.
agree.
There's-
Neither.
I agree.
All right, fine.
Neither should be made in the modern era. Only
Fine.
crap now. That's a little fella.
He's
Too
a
nice.
he's in the
He was
movie.
the warrior that went with Willow.
With
Migosh.
Circle cut.
How can I remember Migosh?
Mikosh?
Is it Migosh? Migosh.
Mikosh.
He's the greatest warrior in the village. If he goes, who's going to... So
Who's the other guy?
I hope they
Crinkle
have...
cut?
Crindle. I hope they have him in it. It's great.
I'm out of my element here.
Venka. Oh no, Venka is the warrior. Migosh. I
Burgle
can't.
cut.
Burgle cut. Migosh.
I thought it was Bramblegap. Isn't it? Doffin
I'm
Dale?
getting the names mixed
I
up.
thought it was Combappalapis. You know? Fippendaba. Raptious nipple.
Vanka. I think it's Vanka because like when it's like they need a leader for this, and it's you, Bringle Cut. And he goes, Burgle Cut.
Burgle Cut. Oh, yeah, you got those mixed up.
It's been too. I need a rewatch. I love it. I love Willow so much. Yeah,
Happens to me all the time.
Yeah, they're traversing wooden platform. She
Just
falls.
slip through the floor.
Be engaged. It might be good. I don't know. Like,
We don't see anything.
Do I dare hope? Do I dare hope?
We're not seeing any story yet.
So
It's just the teaser trailer.
it is.
There is two
They're teasing
possibilities. There are two possibilities. It'll be good or it'll be bad. You know, when you're playing roulette,
It could
you
be
put it on red.
mediocre.
No, it'll
It
be
could be
bad.
mediocre.
When you're playing roulette and you put it on red, you're like, and it goes black. You're like, oh damn it, I almost
Wouldn't
picked
it
that.
be great
It's gonna suck.
if this is one of the few good things made in modern?
Wouldn't it be great? Yes, but it's
And that-
not going to happen.
I just want.
It
It's
could.
Willow.
No, it won't.
could.
Everything will suck forever.
could.
Made from these people.
Begins. So random fight on boat.
On a creature?
On a creature? It might be a creature or a boat being pulled by a creature.
There's no sails unless they've got a speedboat.
It looks like they've got reins.
It looks like awful
Big
choreography.
reins.
Needs you again.
Oh, someone needs you again, Willow.
It needs your magic.
Need your magic.
Needs your magic. So
Look at the armor. Look how cheap
So
that
he's
looks.
he's not been active.
oh
in
my
this
goodness, this is friggin' unforgivable. Those are modern carbon fiber and synthetic feathered arrows on her back. Are you friggin' kidding me? What are you doing? You cheap bastards!
Is it still going to be good, Shad? Could it still be good? Could it still be great? It might be okay.
It could.
Claudia, step back. This is why I keep saying
I'm
it
sorry.
every time, and I'm always
This
right.
shot has friggin' black-pilled me on this entire bloody trailer!
Now,
How could you give them modern carbon fiber arrows?
now, apply that principle to everything else that's made from here on out. Once you see a few little symptoms, you know it's got the problem. And so that's why I'm never disappointed by these things. I can only be surprised. I liked
Oz,
some things of episode 3 for Obi-Wan.
shut up!
What? Because I'm right?
Because you're in pain. Here's some salt.
Yes!
Bastard.
Because I'm trying to warn you guys. You're like, no, it might be good. Well, that's why... No, you keep going. You're fine.
Well,
I'm
no,
doing
I
this for
Could
Shad.
be good.
Keep your
No,
optimism,
no.
okay?
This is actually a reflection on how much care and attention that they have for this show.
That being zero.
The makers, anyone. How the hell? Like, she needs... look, it even has modern plastic arrow knocks on it.
To be fair, devil's advocate,
Oh.
they wrote it first before they made it. So it could be a good story and a good script.
Maybe set in
But
the
this,
future.
but this is the thing. The showrunner should have oversight over the script, who also should have oversight over this. And if
Yeah.
they have such little consideration for just making things look good, this is so cheap. It's like, let's just get some modern friggin' crappy arrows. If
You
that
never know.
that reflects on how much care and consideration they would have over the whole thing. This is bloody unforgivable. This is supposed to be a fantasy setting. Like the arrows, the feathers are fake. Those are crappy synthetic feathers, and they even have the odd color out.
Now that I see it, it literally looks like a D&D game that someone's playing in real life.
Oh my
Like, laugh.
goodness!
Look at it.
No,
And look at the shoulder pad.
I wasn't going to mention it.
not you're doing it to Willow. You bastards! What are you doing?
They will do it to everything.
Ah!
No.
Yes, accept it. When you come through the pain, you get on the other side, everything's happy.
Look, that's it. If you want to see what a proper arrow... Okay, ready? Well, show them this, Oz. This is like the equivalent of what I have in the thing. That's actually got plastic things, though. Right? Right.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Here we go. Ready? They essentially... I can't believe this. I cannot believe it.
Can't believe you've done this.
This is what they have. This is the look at their knock. Look at their knock, like a plastic synthetic things, and what they should have had. Ready? Is see one of these? See these? Like look
Show and tell.
like look at this. Look at the feathering,
You know
the
it's-
wrapping.
Oh.
These are lovely. And even if they're not 100% historically accurate, but they're mostly authentic, okay? And like, they could have, like, this one, they could have gotten away with something like this if they had a different type of head. And actually, wait, I've got a modified one of these arrows. Let me get it.
Still think it's gonna be good, Claudia? It might be good. It might be good.
It's just a little inaccurate. It's still good.
I could have even accepted something like this. See, I removed the plastic one. Actually, these ones didn't even come with a knock. I made the knock, and the string is to prevent the splitting. They can still split, but it mostly keeps it together. And this is not expensive. It's not hard to get it. They were just like, we need arrows. We'll just get you arrow. Like, so angry.
There you go. Take down here, son.
So angry.
Well, tune in for
We
next
haven't
time when Oz
finished
is
yet.
right again.
Press play.
Don't use the voice on him.
It's your magic.
Continue with the suffering.
Oh, this is pain now. Gosh. So random monsters. Trolls though, yeah, I was gonna say it actually tried to make them look a little bit like the trolls. These ones are a bit bigger, granted, but those are trolls. I recognise it. Someone with reddish hair drowning.
Probably the redheaded girl.
Yeah. He's saying goodbye to his wife. She gonna give him a look like a
Wait.
thing of his hand? It looks like it,
I
maybe.
think, is that a younger person?
Could be his daughter, yeah. His daughter
Yes.
would be grown up now.
Yeah, that's a younger person.
Yeah, she's got a bit graying.
tell with the-
yeah.
with
Actually, maybe that's not his wife though. That's
the
not
blur.
the wife from the original movie.
Hard to tell with the blur. So.
Yeah.
No, I think that is one of his kids.
So
Oh, I missed that.
yeah, maybe they're just standing close.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe they're just standing
There's
close.
no intense, like, romantic stare there at all.
Well, she might not be into it, but she certainly is. She's looking at the lips and
It's
everything.
like,
Yeah.
And so this is a warning sign. It's like, look at us, we're progressive. That
Well,
means
they've put it
our
front and
show is
centre,
It
good.
haven't
could be a very lovely romance.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm not too angry about that. Look, I don't find them attractive in any way, either of them. But I'm okay with
Of
it.
course you are.
What?
See, now we've got all the
Yeah. There's another relationship. They're
Yeah.
balancing it out, are they?
The excellent armors that
So-
they've got.
This outfit here is actually far more like the original Willow, where it felt very homespun in terms of the outfits and things. So Alora Dannon and love interest, maybe.
That's a weird
the
name.
dude from before, the
Alora.
perhaps
No, love interest.
replacement.
Oh yeah, that's definitely his name. Yeah. Maybe he's not the Mad Mortigan replacement, because is that the same guy as the Mad
Yes.
Mortigan? I think it is.
Did they have mortar like that back in the day?
Yeah.
I know that.
Well, I mean, there's more of a complex thing, but then that's fine. Okay. Something like that. Yes. This is like no context. I originally thought that was a guy, but that's one of the girls, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the girl.
Yeah,
the
Just because
other
she has
girl
short
in the
hair,
shot.
Shad.
She has.
It was.
feminine
Look,
features.
they're very quick. And look, I can tell it's a girl now. Am I assuming her gender? Yes,
Yes,
because
you
that's
are.
what people do throughout all of history. But I've originally thought it was a guy, but now I can see it's a
Well,
girl.
you go to San Francisco, you probably shouldn't. Like, look at that sword on the right.
Into the
You see it again, you'll see
Yeah,
it.
I know. I'll see it again. Ooh.
What the hell? Why
Are
is there
those
a...
What?
finger holes?
That would be awful if they are. Because what if your hands slip and you get jabbed by one of those spikes on the inside? If that was a handhold, it would just have a smooth kind of bar that you can grab onto.
And that chest plate, look at that.
Yeah, that looks.
That looks like the army dude, the skull dude.
You reckon?
Kind of.
I don't know.
Kind of looks like his breastplate a little.
Might have to double check. Her outfit looks cheap.
I'm not saying
Like
it's the same.
LARP
but it looks
cosplay.
like it.
I know, even cosplayers can do better than
His
that.
looks cheap except for the chest plate. Look, it's like he bought the most expensive thing and then...
Oh no, some of the leather work is all right. That leather,
out.
strap is.
It
That's
looks,
all right.
the costumes look a little kid Disney,
Yeah, I do get that vibe.
not adult Disney.
into the
And he's wearing a
Some fishing
fishing
vest.
vest.
that's an awful vest for him. Who picked that? Look, at least they tried to make it homespun looking, but it just looks like a fishing vest.
Maybe he's a fisherman in his spare time.
unknown.
new creature, monster, harpy person?
Turning into a bird.
Maybe. Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. Because there's look the wings.
Could
Yeah,
turn into animals.
that's correct. That's correct.
In
And so the
living.
wings are coming out. Look, there they come out. And looks like Laura Dannon
Laura
running
and
with Flash. And then turned in. It's a full eagle-y thing now. It's a brownie.
They're in Mexican homes.
In a cute little.
You know, the
cute
effect.
little town.
The effect looks all right. That works.
It's a cute little town.
Look at that sword. There it is.
All right.
The whole sword.
It's awful design. Not like they could get away with a big cleaver with a big handle,
The scarf's
but the
getting
shape
wet.
and the. I know. Get some consideration and just care for your own clothing. Like if I was wearing, I wouldn't want the scarf wet.
Yeah, you don't want a wet scarf. Because when you like flip it over,
Yeah,
you
like,
slap someone next to you, you know?
Although it's hard when you're a little shorter.
Okay, so
Everything kind of drags.
we see all the
forward.
characters from the trailer. Sorry, what'd you say?
When you're short, everything drags on the floor.
But that's Laura Dannon. There's Flash. There's Willow. That's the guy with the swordy thing. And these are the two lesbians.
How do you know that's the guy with the swordy thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
And how do you know that
Who
they're
knows?
both lesbians?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe one of them's lesbian.
Maybe one.
of
It's
them's
just like, you know.
Bye.
No, just like a regular person who's maybe not either of those things. Could be anything.
Okay.
I'm just not. I just don't judge people. I'm like you guys.
It could be good.
Oh, that's the one thing I'd never judge Disney of making. So, Shad, now that you've accepted it's going to be bad, do this for everything.
I don't want it to be, though, Oz.
It will
I don't
be.
want the world
Be
to
a
suck.
good story.
Nope.
It could be.
It could. I don't think it will, though.
It
I-
could be.
I'm so worried. Like, look at the arrows, Claudia. The arrows.
Just so you know, if you expect everything to be bad, because it will be, the things that are good are great. And the things
Okay.
that are bad are,
Could be bad.
yeah.
I'll be watching this one carefully.
Mm.
If the first episode is just a dumpster fire, I don't think I'd have the heart to finish it.
What if you watch the first one not carefully, and if you enjoy it, then start watching it carefully? That way, at least
Sometimes
you have that little bit of
There are some.
enjoyment.
I understand you can sometimes watch a movie with your brain turned off. The problem is sometimes there are things so astronomically dumb, even when you're not trying to look for them,
Just
it
ignore the
slaps you in the
arrows.
face like the arrows.
Dun, da, da, na, 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 na.
No,
Oh, look
you're
out.
singing it wrong.
You can be such a cruel bastard.
Oh, me? I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to give you the medicine. You're like, no, the poison might be good
No,
for
because
me.
look, this thing, I maintain a sliver of hope because there's the occasional gem in the rough like that comes out. Invincible, Reacher, Top Gun, Maverick, you know, Arcane.
You haven't seen Top Gun.
I'm going to because it's said to be real good, and so I want to watch it. So, but if they get this one bad, I'll be so.
Try not dying when you say that.
I'm trying to. Wow, I just
Already
got like a
poisoning
massive
you.
itch in my throat. We better wrap it up. My voice has changed for the end, but that's just what.
Turning into Val Kilmer.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So, Shad has hope? Claudia?
Okay, guys. We'll
Do
see.
the white girl voice say might be good.
Remember.
No,
They're not ready for
yet.
it? They're not ready for it? Okay.
Okay. Stay watchful.
Stay watchful.